This man, who drives a dilapidated truck and is constantly on the run from creditors, is actually the billionaire president of the world's largest arms company. The reason he keeps a low profile is that he is tracking a group of mysterious assassins who want to kill him. At this moment, his subordinates report that they have located the target. However, just as he is about to close in, an unexpected event completely disrupts his plan. A mysterious woman being pursued by killers suddenly jumps into his truck, promising to pay any price if he can help her escape. The man glances at the vehicles chasing them in the rearview mirror and floors the accelerator. This is not a Ferrari, just a six-cylinder Peterbilt truck, but under his control, this steel beast unleashes astonishing power. After dodging countless deadly collisions, he crashes through a wall, finally shaking off the pursuers. Inside the truck, the woman, still in shock, starts to feel a strange heat in her body. She begs the man to hold her, and an ambiguous atmosphere fills the air. After a passionate night, the man leaves quietly. He has to deal with the traitor who wants to take over his company. Alone and unarmed in the enemy's lair, the traitor mocks him for seeking his own death. With a command, all the guns are aimed at him, but strangely, all the guns fail to fire. The man smirks and tells them that these guns were all sold by him, and he had left a back door. In the next second, the traitor and his men are reduced to ashes in a burst of flames. He thought his life would return to normal, but 4 years later, a greater trouble finds him. At this time, the man is still playing the role of a down-and-out truck driver, being hounded by his flirtatious landlady for rent. Suddenly, a cute little girl runs over and hugs his leg, sweetly calling him daddy. The man is stunned on the spot, and following closely behind is the mysterious woman from 4 years ago, Scarlett. Scarlett throws out a DNA report, which clearly shows a 99.9998% match rate. The man finally realizes that for the past 4 years, he thought he was being pursued by terrorists, but it turned out to be his wife. Scarlett, in order to give her daughter a complete family, forcefully demands that the man marry her immediately. The company is on the verge of bankruptcy, and her evil stepmother and father blame everything on her, calling her a slut and her daughter a bastard. Even worse, her half-sister Danielle curses the young Summer in the most vicious language in front of everyone. Scarlett can't stand it anymore and slaps her. This slap completely ignites her father's rage. He acts like a mad beast, scolding Scarlett for daring to touch his precious daughter. With the stepmother fanning the flames, this beastly father even picks up a belt and beats Scarlett brutally. Little Summer cries and tries to protect her mother, but is pushed away by her heartless grandfather. The little girl already has asthma, and this push causes her to have an attack and have difficulty breathing. However, instead of offering help, this family believes it is nature's self-correction. The insane father even orders to lock the dying Summer in a small dark room to force Scarlett to submit. At this critical moment, the man also gets the second DNA report he secretly did. The result confirms that Summer is indeed his biological daughter. His subordinates also send him Scarlett's social media updates over the past few years, seeing her struggles in raising her daughter alone, seeing her daughter being bullied for not having a father, and seeing her words vowing never to forgive herself. The man's heart ached as if being cut by a knife. Instantly, remorse and uncontrollable rage consumed him. Meanwhile, in order to rescue her daughter, Scarlett was forced to accept her father's inhumane punishment, being publicly whipped 10 times. Covered in open wounds, she thought this would save her daughter, but these devils went back on their word. Desperate and completely broken, Scarlett went crazy, pounding on the door. Just then, the man's icy voice rang out on the phone, ordering his men to spare no effort in locating his daughter's whereabouts. He had once hidden his sharpness to avoid being hunted down, but now, someone had touched his only weakness. Those people would soon find out what kind of terrifying existence they had provoked. Would the man arrive in time? What kind of hopeless judgment awaited this group of demons?